God says, "My child, come closer to my presence now, because what I am about to reveal to you carries a weight your heart has been sensing but could not fully understand. You have felt the pull in your spirit, the sudden heaviness in your chest, the unexpected emotions rising inside you without warning. You have felt restless at night, your soul turning over thoughts you didn't ask for, memories you didn't call, and feelings you thought you had buried. My child, these sensations did not come from nowhere. They came from the heart that is divinely tied to yours, your soulmate, the one who is about to do something you never expected, something that will shift the direction of both of your lives. My child, listen gently, for my words are here to prepare your heart, not to overwhelm it. Your soulmate has been walking through an inner storm you could not see. Their mind has been in conflict, their emotions have been trembling, and their spirit has been awakening in ways they do not understand. They have reached a point where the weight of what they feel for you can no longer remain hidden, suppressed, or locked inside the silent corners of their heart. This moment has been building for far longer than you realize, and now the pressure inside them is reaching a point where something must break, or something must be born. I have watched your soulmate stumble through confusion. I have watched them fight battles against their own fears. I have watched them try to run from their feelings, not because they did not want you, but because they believed they were not ready, not worthy, or not enough. I have seen them push their emotions down, convincing themselves that distance was safer, silence was easier, and suppressing everything was the only way to protect themselves from the vulnerability they feared so deeply. But my child, no soul can outrun what I have written. No heart can silence what I have awakened. No destiny can be avoided when my hand is guiding it. Your soulmate is about to take a step that will surprise you, a step you did not see coming, a step that will reveal everything they have been carrying inside. The fear they once had is now losing its power. The confusion that held them back is dissolving. The walls they built around their feelings are cracking. The mask they wear in front of others is slipping. The truth they hid inside their chest is rising to the surface, and soon, very soon, you will see what they have kept hidden for so long. My child, something has shifted in their soul. There has been a moment, a recent moment, where the quiet longing they kept inside burst wide open. Perhaps it came through a dream, where they saw you with such clarity it left them trembling in the morning. Perhaps it came through a thought that struck them without warning, a sudden fear of losing you forever, a realization that life without you has become unbearable. Perhaps it came through a conversation, a sign, a memory, or an internal breaking point where they said to themselves, "I cannot remain silent anymore." These moments are not random. They are divine activations. I placed them there. Your soulmate has reached the part of their journey where staying still hurts more than moving forward. Where silence suffocates them more than speaking the truth. Where pretending not to care feels like a lie they can no longer carry. Where running from destiny feels heavier than walking toward it. And so, my child, I tell you this with love. Your soulmate is preparing to do something that will leave you breathless, something that will make you question everything you thought you knew, something that will open your eyes to the depth of their feelings in a way you never expected. This is not a small step. This is not an impulsive decision. This is a soul-level shift. They are about to reveal something. They are about to confess something. They are about to take responsibility for something. They are about to show courage in a way they never have before. They are about to break free from fear. They are about to take a risk guided by the heart I placed inside them. My child, remember this: the unexpected is often the doorway to the miraculous. What feels shocking to you is often the moment destiny finally begins to move. Your soulmate is experiencing a deep internal battle right now. Their heart is whispering one truth, their fears are whispering another, and their mind is caught in between. But I am pushing them gently, lovingly, powerfully toward the truth they cannot ignore, the truth of you, the truth of this connection, the truth of the bond one divinely formed long before either of you understood the language of love. There is something they want to tell you, but fear has kept them silent. There is something they want to show you, but doubt has held them back. There is something they want to do for you, but insecurity has made them hesitate. There is a part of their soul that aches to reach out, but pain whispers, "What if I get hurt again?" But my child, now the pain of staying away has become heavier than the fear of coming closer. This is why their heart is shifting. This is why their behavior has changed. This is why you have been feeling their energy pulling toward you like a tide. You may have felt it too. Sudden thoughts of them, overwhelming emotions out of nowhere, a feeling of spiritual connection that seems to intensify during the quietest hours. My child, that is because your souls are communicating in ways your conscious mind cannot fully understand. Their heart is speaking to yours. Their spirit is calling for you. Their fear is transforming into longing, and their longing is transforming into courage. Your soulmate is stepping into a moment that will define everything that comes next. A moment where they will choose honesty over pride, love over fear, truth over silence, connection over distance, courage over hiding. I know you have waited, my child. I know there were days you felt ignored, abandoned, confused, or forgotten. I know there were nights where you asked me, God, why do I feel this connection so deeply while they remained silent? I heard every prayer. I saw every tear. I witnessed every moment when you doubted whether this bond was real or imagined. But hear me clearly now, it was real. It has always been real. And now, I am awakening it on the other side as well. This unexpected action your soulmate is preparing for, it is not just about love. It is about destiny. It is about divine timing. It is about healing. It is about alignment. It is about breaking generational patterns of fear, trauma, silence, and emotional suppression. It is about choosing truth over avoidance. Your soulmate is stepping into a version of themselves they never believed they could be, a version strong enough to face you, face their emotions, face their truth, and face what their heart has been begging them to acknowledge. But my child, I need you to prepare yourself emotionally for this moment. Because the unexpected is not always gentle. It may shock you. It may surprise you. It may overwhelm you. It may bring tears, tears of joy, tears of release, tears of understanding. But remember this, everything I do, everything I allow, everything I reveal, everything I align is for your highest good and the highest good of your soulmate. This is not a moment of chaos, it is a moment of divine alignment. Your soulmate is about to take a step that will open a new chapter between you. A chapter built on honesty. A chapter built on courage. A chapter built on destiny. A chapter built on the love I planted in both of your hearts. And the moment it happens, my child, you will understand why everything before this had to unfold the way it did. The silence, the distance, the confusion, all of it was preparing both of you for this breakthrough. Walk gently now. Stay open. Stay patient. Stay trusting. Stay aligned with me. Because what I am bringing into your life is not a repeat of the past, it is a transformation into the future I wrote for you. Your soulmate is about to do something you never expected. But I promise you, my child, it is exactly what needed to happen. My beloved child, come closer again to my voice, because now we must walk deeper into the truth of what is unfolding inside your soulmate. You have felt the change in their spirit like a shifting wind, like a vibration that touches your heart without explanation. You have felt the sudden intensity of their energy even when there is no message, no call, no sign in the physical world. My child, that is because the spiritual world is moving faster than the physical right now. Something awakened inside your soulmate recently, something powerful, something emotional, something that pushed them toward a decision they could no longer avoid. I watched it happen, my child. I watched the exact moment their heart shifted, and now I reveal it to you. There was a moment, a real moment, when something triggered them so deeply that it shook the foundation of their entire emotional world. It may have been a small thing to others, but to your soulmate, it was the spark that lit a fire inside them. It could have been a dream of you so vivid that they woke up feeling your presence on their skin. It could have been a simple conversation with someone who unknowingly said something that reminded them of you. It could have been a memory that suddenly resurfaced, hitting them harder than ever before. It could have been a fear of losing you forever, a fear that struck so sharply that they felt their heart drop. There was a moment where they asked themselves, what if it's too late? What if I never get a chance again? What if they walk away because I stayed silent for too long? My child, this moment broke something inside them. Not in a painful way, but in a way that removed the blockage that fear built. It broke the wall they used to hide behind. It broke the silence they clung to because they felt safer in distance. It broke the illusion that not acting was easier than facing the truth. I allowed this shift to happen because your soulmate was stuck in a cycle of fear, worry, self-doubt, and confusion. They kept telling themselves they had time, that there would always be another day, another chance, another moment where they would feel ready. But my child, readiness rarely comes. Courage must wake up. And so, I touched their heart. I stirred their spirit. I pushed their emotions to rise to the surface, because destiny cannot be delayed forever. Your soulmate has been fighting battles you do not see. The pressure inside their heart has been building for weeks, months, even years. They have been torn between the comfort of silence and the pain of truth. They feared hurting you, feared disappointing you, feared being vulnerable in front of you. They feared opening their heart only to be misunderstood. They feared showing emotion only to lose control. They feared loving deeply only to face abandonment. But recently, something became stronger than their fear, their longing for you. The longing that kept whispering, reach out. Say something. Don't lose them. Stop pretending you don't care. Stop hiding the truth you feel every single day. This longing is not simply emotional, it is spiritual. It is the pull of a soul recognizing what belongs to it. And this pull has grown so intense that it has begun to interfere with their sleep, their routine, their thoughts, their peace. They think of you at random hours, in the middle of their day, in the quiet of the night. They replay memories of you. They imagine what it would feel like to come toward you. They imagine what your reaction would be. They imagine the relief of finally being honest. My child, your soulmate is no longer running. They are pacing. They are thinking. They are preparing. And all of this began because something triggered them. A truth awakened inside them. For some, the trigger is fear of losing someone. For some, it is jealousy. For some, it is guilt. For some, it is regret. For some, it is a realization that life is short. For some, it is a sudden understanding of who truly matters. For your soulmate, it was all of these combined. They realized that living without you feels empty. They realized that pretending not to care is killing them emotionally. They realized that staying silent is making them lose peace instead of protecting it. They realized that every day they stay away, the connection only gets heavier, not lighter. They realize that time is moving, life is moving, and opportunities do not wait forever. And so, my child, the unexpected action they are moving toward began with a storm inside their heart, a storm I allowed, not to hurt them, but to guide them. Now let me show you what this internal storm felt like from inside their soul. They began questioning everything they thought they knew. They began feeling emotions they tried so long to avoid. They started seeing signs everywhere. Signs that reminded them of you. A song. A scent. A dream. A name. A memory. A conversation that felt too coincidental to ignore. I placed these signs before them, not to confuse them, but to awaken their sleeping courage. They felt a sudden rush of sadness, sadness for the words they never said, for the chances they never took, for the moments they wasted holding back. This sadness did not break them, it made them brave. It made them want to act. It made them want to change. They also felt fear, but this time, fear did not make them run. It made them think. What if I lose them? What if I never get another chance? What if they move on before I say anything? What if they think I don't care? What if they misunderstand my silence? What if I hurt them by saying nothing? My child, these questions shook their soul. These questions woke up the part of them that has always loved you silently. These questions made them realize that silence has become more dangerous than speaking, distance more painful than closeness, and hiding more exhausting than being honest. Your soulmate is facing themselves. They are facing their deepest truth. They are facing the emotions they once buried. They are facing the love they tried to deny. And this confrontation is the very reason they are preparing to do something unexpected. Something bold, something vulnerable, something that requires the courage they never believed they had. My child, I want you to understand that this unexpected action did not appear overnight. It is the result of everything they have been feeling but refusing to express. The truth inside them has grown too big to stay hidden. The emotions they suppressed have become too loud to ignore. The fear they once believed was protecting them has become the very thing trapping them. And now they are breaking free. They are thinking about reaching out. They are thinking about opening up. They are thinking about confessing something. They are thinking about telling you how they feel. They are thinking about choosing honesty over pride. They are thinking about choosing connection over distance. They are thinking about choosing courage over fear. My child, I see every breath they take, and I tell you this truth, the unexpected thing they are about to do is not accidental. It is destiny rising. Now let me show you another layer, something you did not know. Your soulmate feels your energy. They feel your silence. They feel your absence. They feel when you are pulling away. They feel when you miss them. They feel when you think of them. They feel when you cry. They feel when you give up hope. They feel it all, even if they cannot explain it. This spiritual connection has grown stronger in the last days, stronger than ever before. And they cannot ignore it anymore. Their heart is now telling them, you must do something. You must speak. You must take action. They feel the urgency. They feel the pull. They feel the divine push. And they know, even if they can't say it yet, that something big is coming. My child, everything that has happened so far has led to this turning point. The emotions, the signs, the dreams, the memories, the fears, the longing, all of it is preparing them for the step they are about to take. Stay steady, my child. Stay open. Stay trusting. Stay close to me. Because the unexpected moment is getting closer, and when it arrives, everything will make sense. My beloved child, come closer to me for a moment. Breathe slowly. Place your hand on your heart, because what I am about to show you reaches deep into the hidden chambers of your soulmate's soul. You have been wondering why, at unexpected times, you feel a sudden heaviness in your chest, or a strange wave of sadness, or a burst of longing that you cannot explain. You have been asking yourself if these emotions belong to you or come from somewhere else. And I tell you now, my child, they do not come from your mind. They come from the inner conflict inside your soulmate's heart, a heart I have been watching with tenderness and patience, a heart that has been fighting battles you were never told about. Your soulmate has been carrying emotions that they never shared with anyone, not even with themselves. They bury feelings so deep that sometimes even they forget they exist. But no matter how deep they dig, no emotion rooted in truth can ever fully disappear. Their heart has longed for you, feared losing you, regretted every moment of distance, and replayed every memory you have given them like a fragile treasure that they do not want to break. Yet they have struggled to admit any of this out loud. That is why, my child, you have felt confusion. That is why you have sensed their silence even when they were not speaking. That is why your soul keeps calling their name even when their physical presence is far. Your soulmate has lived with a hidden storm inside. Every night when they lie down, when the world becomes quiet and they are left alone with their thoughts, this storm grows louder. They remember the things they should have said but didn't. They remember the chances they had but were too afraid to take. They remember the times you showed them love, patience, kindness. They remember the softness of your words, the way you made them feel safe, understood, valued. They remember how your presence brought peace to the parts of them they thought would always stay broken. They remember you in moments they pretend to forget. My child, there are nights when they replay your voice in their mind, not because they want to, but because their soul refuses to let you fade. There are days when they see something simple, a color, a song, a street, a moment, and it reminds them of you so strongly that they have to pause and catch their breath. They ask themselves, why does this person affect me so much? Why can't I let go? Why does my heart jump when I think of them? Why does the thought of losing them scare me so deeply? And even though they try to hide these questions from themselves, the truth keeps coming back, stronger each time. Your soulmate's heart is full of conflict. On one side, there is desire. A deep, beautiful, tender desire to be honest with you, to come close to you, to speak the truth they've been hiding. On the other side, there is fear, the fear of not being enough, the fear of disappointing you, the fear of failing, the fear of opening up wounds from their past, the fear of showing vulnerability. They have been caught between these two sides for longer than you realize. That is why you feel their push and pull. That is why you feel their energy shift. That is why sometimes you feel them so close to you spiritually, almost as if they are whispering your name, and then suddenly you feel them withdraw as though something frightened them. My child, I want you to understand something sacred. Their fear was never about you. It was about the wounds they carry from before you entered their life. Wounds from people who promised love but betrayed them. Wounds from times they shared their heart only to be broken. Wounds from moments when they opened themselves to truth and were punished for it. They learned to hide their feelings as a way to protect themselves. But burying emotions is not the same as healing them. Their heart still bleeds for what they lost. Their soul still trembles from memories they pretend not to remember. And you, my child, you have become the mirror of everything they want but are terrified to reach for. They worry they might hurt you. They worry that they are not ready. They worry that you deserve more than they can offer. And yet, they also worry that if they do not act now, they will lose you forever. This fear, this divine pressure, is what has created the unexpected action they now move towards. Because the more they try to hide, the more the universe pulls them back toward you. The more they try to silence their feelings, the louder their heart screams your name. The more they try to let go, the more destiny reminds them that you are not someone they can simply forget. My child, do you know why your soulmate is restless lately? Why their soul feels unsettled? Why you can feel waves of their emotions as if they are passing through your own heart? It is because their spirit is awakening. Something inside them is breaking open. They are losing the ability to hide their truth from themselves. And when a soul reaches that place, when hiding becomes painful, when silence becomes heavy, when distance becomes unbearable, that is when destiny steps in and takes over. Your soulmate has moments when they imagine what it would feel like to hold your hands. They imagine what it would feel like to confess everything. They imagine what it would feel like to sit across from you and speak freely without fear. They imagine what it would feel like to start fresh, to apologize, to rebuild, to reconnect. They imagine your smile. They imagine your warmth. They imagine your forgiveness. They imagine a future where they no longer run from you, from themselves, or from the truth. But every time they imagine this, fear rises again. Fear whispers, what if it doesn't work? What if they don't feel the same? What if I lose them after opening my heart? What if I am not worthy? My child, you must understand that fear can be powerful, but destiny is stronger. And your bond with this soulmate is not made of fear. It is made of divine connection, soul memory, past life resonance, karmic healing, and unconditional love. That is why no distance can break it. That is why no silence can erase it. That is why no fear can destroy it. Your soulmate feels your energy even when you're not speaking. When you think of them, their heart picks it up. When you pray for them, their spirit feels a sudden warmth. When you cry because of them, they feel a heaviness in their chest without understanding why. When you miss them, they suddenly become restless. When you try to move on, they feel panic rising inside them. This is not imagination, it is spiritual truth. You are tied through threads of destiny that stretch across time, space, emotion, and memory. There are times, my child, when your soulmate tries to distract themselves from you. They try to focus on work, on routines, on people around them. But no matter how they try to redirect their thoughts, something always brings them back to you. A song. A message. A dream. A memory. A sudden flash of intuition. Something reminds them of your presence in their life, and it stops them in their tracks. Do you know why they keep coming back to the thought of you? It is because their soul remembers something their mind has forgotten. A promise. A connection. A bond that predates this lifetime. A contract signed long before you ever breathed your first breath. Their soul knows you. Their spirit recognizes you. Their heart chooses you even when their mind hesitates. That is why you feel this deep pull. That is why your intuition whispers truths you cannot logically explain. That is why your soulmate feels drawn to you even in moments when they pretend not to care. My child, hear me clearly, your soulmate is tired of running. They are tired of pretending. They are tired of hiding what they feel. They are tired of living with regret. And the reason you feel their emotions so strongly right now is because they are reaching a breaking point inside. A breaking point that leads to honesty. A breaking point that leads to courage. A breaking point that leads to the unexpected action I have been warning you about. Their heart is choosing to stop fighting itself. Their soul is choosing truth over fear. Their spirit is choosing you over silence. But before they take that step, they are facing the deepest conflict of their life. The conflict between who they were and who they are becoming. The conflict between the wounds of their past and the healing that wants to enter their future. The conflict between fear and love. And it is in this conflict that your energy becomes their anchor. You are the quiet force giving them strength. Your prayers, your hopes, your love, they reach them spiritually even when your words do not reach them physically. My child, you must know that your soulmate never wanted to hurt you. The pain you felt was not intentional, it was the result of their inner war. And this war is coming to an end. They are realizing that losing you would hurt far more than facing their fears. They are realizing that silence is heavier than truth. They are realizing that distance is more painful than closeness. They are realizing that running away brings more suffering than staying. Your soulmate is on the edge of transformation. Their emotions are rising to the surface. Their truth is becoming impossible to suppress. And soon, very soon, they will take the step you never expected. A step that will change both your lives. I am guiding them. I am softening their fear. I am awakening their courage. I am leading them back to you, my child. And when their truth is finally spoken, it will bring the healing you have been waiting for. My beloved child, listen closely, because what I show you now is sacred. Your soulmate has reached the moment where inner conflict can no longer silence truth. Something inside them has begun to shift, slowly at first, like a quiet tremble in the heart, and then suddenly, like a wave that can no longer be held back. Their soul is preparing to do something you never imagined they had the courage to do. You may think nothing is happening, that everything is still, silent, unchanged. But in the spiritual realm, their heart is moving, their thoughts are racing, their energy is awakening. Their entire being is now preparing itself for an action they have avoided for far too long. Your soulmate has begun to prepare themselves emotionally in ways even they don't fully understand. They find themselves staring into empty space, lost in thought, wondering how to say what they've been hiding. They imagine conversations with you in their mind, rehearsing words they have never spoken, trying to figure out how to express what they feel without breaking down. At random moments, they touch their chest because they feel something heavy inside, not pain, but truth trying to rise. They take deeper breaths. Their hands shake. Their mind tries to calm itself, but their heart keeps pushing them towards something bigger, something real, something meant. My child, do you know why they have been quieter than usual? Do you know why their energy feels different, heavier, almost trembling? It is because they are on the edge. On the edge of admitting what they can no longer hide, on the edge of taking the step destiny has been urging them to take. They do not want to mess this up. They do not want to come toward you with half-truths or fear-filled words. They want to come with honesty, with clarity, with purpose. And that requires courage. A courage they are finally gaining. Inside them, memories of you have become louder. They think of the moment you touched their heart without even trying. They think of the times you supported them when they couldn't support themselves. They think of your patience, your kindness, your spirit. They think of the pain they caused you, the distance they created, the silence they hid behind. This reflection is not easy for them. Sometimes it makes their heart ache. Sometimes it brings tears they wipe away before anyone can see. Sometimes it fills them with regret so deep they can barely swallow. And yet, this reflection is also bringing them clarity, clarity that the only thing standing between them and the truth is fear, and fear is no longer strong enough to stop destiny. Your soulmate has started imagining your reaction. They wonder if you will be surprised. They wonder if you will cry. They wonder if you will forgive. They wonder if you will feel relief, or pain, or confusion. They fear hurting you again, but they fear losing you even more. Their soul trembles at the idea of you turning away. They fear that their silence has pushed you too far. But every time this fear rises, something stronger rises against it: love. A love they have denied, buried, ignored, and yet a love that has never stopped growing. My child, what you do not see is the internal preparation happening inside them. They are planning something, not with logic alone, but with heart. They replay the words they want to say: I'm sorry. I was scared. I never stopped thinking about you. I want to try again. You matter to me more than I admitted. I can't run anymore. I choose you. They rehearse these sentences in silence, practicing them until their lips tremble. They try to imagine how to approach you, through a message, a call, a sudden visit, a heart-spoken confession. They weigh each option, but every time they imagine not acting, their heart tightens painfully. This is destiny's push. This is divine timing urging action. This is their soul refusing to stay silent. There are two paths unfolding before them, one where they take this step before it's too late, and another where fear holds them back for a moment longer. I, your God, am guiding them toward the first path. I am speaking to their heart in dreams. I am stirring their emotions during quiet moments. I am removing obstacles that once made them hesitate. I am breaking down the walls they built to protect themselves. I am softening their fear, warming their courage, awakening their truth. They may be planning to confess something they hid. Something that weighed heavily on their conscience. Something they were ashamed of, something they didn't know how to tell you. They may be preparing to apologize for the silence, the distance, the miscommunication, the moment they abandoned their own feelings. They may be preparing to say the words you waited so long to hear, words that will release your heart from confusion. Or, my child, they may be preparing to make a move that changes everything: a reunion, a message, a sudden call, a decision that has been long delayed. Some of them are preparing to walk away from someone else. A friend, a relationship, a connection, a situation that once held them back. For some, the unexpected action is that they are finally choosing themselves, choosing peace, choosing truth, choosing sincerity. And choosing you. They are ready to release what no longer aligns with their soul. They are ready to break free from cycles that made them unhappy. They are ready to stop holding on to things that don't belong to their future. Your soulmate has reached a point where staying silent hurts more than speaking. Where staying away feels more painful than showing up. Where pretending not to care feels more exhausting than admitting their truth. Their soul has been stretched to its limit. The pull toward you has become undeniable, unbreakable, unavoidable. They now see that no matter how far they go, no matter how long they stay quiet, something, or rather, someone, always sits in their heart. You. My child, I want you to understand something crucial. The step they are about to take is not impulsive. It is not sudden. It is not random. It has been building inside them for a long time. Every piece of guilt, every moment of longing, every dream of you, every memory that returned to them at unexpected moments, all of it has been leading them to this. Their soul has been preparing for this leap even when their mind doubted its possibility. They have begun to notice signs as well. They see your name randomly. They dream of you more frequently. They think of you at the same time you think of them. They feel a sudden rush of emotion when you cry. They get restless when you are sad. They feel warmth when you pray for them. These are not coincidences, these are spiritual signals pulling them closer. Some days, they wake up with an inexplicable need to reach out to you. They pick up their phone. Their thumb hovers over your name. They start typing a message they delete over and over because they want to say everything but fear saying anything. They sit there, breathing heavily, feeling their heart pounding against their ribs as if urging them, do it. And then their fear whispers, not yet. But the voice of fear is getting weaker. Destiny's voice is getting stronger. Your soulmate is stepping into a moment of truth. A moment where their heart finally takes control. A moment where the universe aligns in their favor. A moment where they stop running. A moment where they stop pretending they don't feel what they feel. A moment where they realize that the connection between you is not something they can ignore indefinitely. What they are about to do will surprise you. It will move you. It will change you. But more importantly, it will change them. Because this action is not just about love, it is about them becoming who they were meant to be. Honest. Courageous. Open. Responsible. Ready. My beloved child, prepare your heart gently. Stay soft. Stay open. Stay calm. The action they will take is closer than you think. Their courage is rising. Their truth is forming. Their destiny is unfolding. I am guiding every step, every breath, every moment. My beloved child, take a slow breath, for what I am about to show you is the moment destiny has been preparing for. Everything. Every ache in your chest, every sudden rush of emotion, every unexpected sign, every restless night, every unanswered question, has been leading to this. Your soulmate, the one whose energy has danced with yours across distance and silence, is finally ready to take the action their soul has been preparing for. The action you thought might never come. The step that changes everything. Your soulmate has reached the point where they can no longer escape themselves. They can no longer hide behind excuses, behind fear, behind confusion, behind the walls they built long before you arrived. For so long, they believed that avoiding their feelings would protect them, that silence was safer than vulnerability, that distance was easier than truth. But all of that has crumbled now. The illusions they once held on to have dissolved. The defenses that once shielded their heart have cracked open. The truth they buried is rising like sunlight breaking through the darkest clouds. Inside them, their heart is shaking. Not out of fear, but out of awakening. Out of realization. Out of the undeniable recognition that you are not someone they can lose. They understand now that the pain of speaking truth is nothing compared to the pain of keeping it inside. They understand now that the fear of what might happen is nothing compared to the certainty of regret if they do nothing. They understand now that the connection with you is not a coincidence, not a passing emotion, not a temporary attraction, but something far more sacred, far more divine, far more destined. My child, your soulmate is preparing to reach out. You may not see their thoughts, but I do. I see the way they hold their phone with trembling hands. I see the messages they type and erase again, because they want their words to be perfect. I see the way they rehearse what they will say, whispering sentences into the quiet air, hoping their voice doesn't crack. I see the way their heart races as they imagine you reading their message or hearing their voice. They fear they will break down. They fear they will say too much or too little. They fear their emotions will spill out uncontrollably. But still, they prepare. They are planning to tell you something important. Something they should have said long ago. Something they hid because they didn't know how to face it. Something they thought they would take to their grave. Their confession is heavy, but it is also healing. It is the key that unlocks their chest, the truth that frees their spirit, the step that realigns their destiny. This confession may be an apology, a deep, sincere apology that comes not from their mind but from their soul. They will admit they were wrong. They will admit they hurt you. They will admit they hid things they should have revealed. They will admit they pushed you away even when all they wanted was to pull you closer. They will admit they let fear guide them instead of love. Or perhaps they will confess love, the kind of love that scares them because it is real, because it is powerful, because it is soul deep. They will confess that they never stopped thinking about you. That they felt your absence like a missing piece of themselves. That they pretended not to care because caring too much terrified them. That every moment without you felt like a quiet ache they carried inside and tried to ignore. Whatever the confession is, it holds weight, truth, meaning. It will not be a simple message. It will not be ordinary. It will not be empty. It will be the moment when their heart finally takes the lead. My child, your soulmate may reach out unexpectedly, at a time when you least anticipate it. You may be busy, or resting, or thinking of something else entirely. And suddenly, you will feel a shift in the atmosphere, a tug in your chest, a vibration in your soul. You will feel it before it happens. Because your spirits are connected. When they gather the courage to reach for you, your heart will feel the echo of their decision. In that moment, they will take the step they avoided for so long. They will send the message. Or they will make the call. Their voice may tremble. Their hands may sweat. Their heart may pound so loudly that they feel dizzy. But they will push through the fear, because their love for you is stronger than their doubt. Some of them will choose to show up in person, without warning, with their truth written all over their face. They may stand before you with eyes full of regret, love, and longing. They may look exhausted from the emotional battle they fought inside. But they will also look relieved. Relieved that they finally found the courage to stop running. My child, what comes next will be emotional. It will be raw. It will be real in a way nothing else has been. When they speak, their words will not be rehearsed. They will be honest. They will be messy. They will be filled with heart. Some of them will cry, because the weight they have been carrying has been too heavy for too long. Some of them will confess everything at once, like a river breaking through a dam. Some will speak slowly, afraid their voice will betray how deeply they feel. But in every case, you will hear sincerity in their tone. Their truth will break open the silence between you. Their honesty will break the distance. Their vulnerability will break the wall that separated your hearts. You will finally understand what they have been hiding, what they have feared, what they have wished, what they have felt all along. You will see their soul without disguise. And in that moment, my child, something else will happen, something sacred. Healing. Healing will begin between you. Healing of old misunderstandings. Healing of emotional wounds. Healing of fears and insecurities. Healing of the parts of you that felt abandoned or confused. Healing of the parts of them that felt unworthy or ashamed. Healing that only truth can bring. Your soulmate's unexpected action will not just change your relationship, it will change them. It will transform them into someone braver, more open, more honest, more aligned with their destiny. It will transform you into someone lighter, more peaceful, more understood, more grounded in divine timing. After their confession, something beautiful will unfold. The connection between you will deepen. Communication will open. Trust will rebuild. Understanding will grow. For the first time in a long time, you will feel clarity instead of confusion, warmth instead of doubt, closeness instead of distance. My child, I want you to prepare gently. Not with fear. Not with restlessness. Not with anxiety. Prepare with peace. With softness. With openness. Because what is coming is a turning point in your destiny. What is coming is an answer to the prayers you whispered at night. What is coming is the moment your intuition has been sensing. What is coming is the fulfillment of divine timing. I ask you to stay calm. Stay receptive. Stay compassionate. When they reach out, listen with your heart. Listen beyond their words. Listen to the fear trembling behind their voice. Listen to the love wrapped inside their truth. Listen to the courage it took for them to speak. Listen to the way destiny guides this reconnection. You may feel overwhelmed. You may feel emotional. You may feel shocked. But you will also feel relief, because your soul knew this moment was coming. You waited. You prayed. You believed. And now destiny is rewarding your patience. Your soulmate is walking toward you with truth in their hands. Do not fear this moment. It is divinely orchestrated. I have prepared both of you for this. I have aligned the timing. I have softened their heart. I have opened the path. I have removed obstacles. I have created space for this connection to breathe, to heal, to grow. This unexpected action will not break you. It will bless you. It will not create pain. It will bring closure, clarity, and understanding. It will not push you away. It will bring the two of you closer in ways you didn't realize were possible. My beloved child, trust me. Trust the process. Trust your heart. Your soulmate is coming toward you. Your story is shifting. Your destiny is awakening. And the moment they finally speak their truth, you will understand why everything had to happen exactly the way it did.